Alright guys, we're going to try something a little different. I'm actually borrowing my overlay from the news and politics channel and incorporating it here. So let me know what you think of this new overlay. I'm sure Reddit will. But hey guys, 3.8.2 has gone live. Yes, I don't think it's ready, but regardless, it is live at the moment. You can, it just went live literally 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. You go through, if it hasn't come up as auto-detecting it, do a verify, and it will obviously come up with 3.8.2. We do have patch notes, we will go through those, and we've also got a video regarding the Carrack, so we'll also watch that, and we'll also talk about the Carrack, because that's also up for sale. So yes, Carrack, sale, Robert Space Industries. We'll go through, we'll break through down the Carrack, the skins that are available, the prices and stuff like that. So let's jump into it. Let's just jump straight into the patch notes. So note issues, there is still a bit, but Captain's Bed in the Carrack currently sends the player through the wall when standing up and is missing the logout function. Man Elevator in the Carrack is missing collision on the back wall. If multiple players log out of the 890 bed and log in at the same time, they may spawn on top of each other. May spawn one player in a bad state. Sorry. AI ships do not recover from EMP disables. Sometimes repair services are unavailable when they should be present. After a ship is repaired, detachable components will remain attached to the ship when destroyed, and a duplicate component will fall off. Repair fails if you select repair and refuel simultaneously. Workaround is select services individually. Once a Nemesis spare magazine has been emptied, the player can no longer equip fresh magazines in the same slot. Ships can be displayed as unknown after destruction, being available from spawn but not appear in the specific hangar. Entering or exiting via EVA can sometimes cause the player to spin suddenly and harm themselves. Objects can fall through the floor when dropped. An extra static train can appear at Lawville and prevent the use of trains. The visuals of the ships on the rental screen may have missing area or disappear completely. The Caterpillar will occasionally rock over or tip over on its landing on a planetary body. Cryastra services may not work at various stations and major ports. Hover before landing and request services is the workaround for that. Rental and or rental timers may not work when renting a second ship. If ship is destroyed after bed logout, they will return to the server at origin. Whatever. I think it means it'll originally turn you to where you originally were spawned at when you first jumped on the server. The NPCs may sometimes be able to be doing unusable animations in place, but they shouldn't. Countermeasures are not working as intended. The 890 does not have the correct cargo capacity. The combined cannons and distortion weapons are not working as intended. Elevators at Port Terrestre and Evro Harbour may not show up when called. If quantum travel marker is at the edge of a moon or the planet, it's possible to Q3 through the moon and explode. Purchased commodities will often visually not appear in the ship's hold. Players may experience stall in performances shortly after loading into Star Marine and firing weapons. NPC beacon notifications will sometimes display an incorrect distance. AI ships can often get stuck in the middle of their motion, and AR markers for enemies can sometimes be seen through the walls in Star Marine. So, there's quite a lot of bugs. I do think this patch was rushed, but that said, we do have literally, like, at the very most, a month before the new patch is going to be going live. Well, it's supposed to be going live anyway. So, yeah. Personally, I would have much rather waited. We still had a day or two left in this month. There's 29 days this month. So, at the end of the day, yeah, I would have rather fixed a few of these bugs with the Carrack before going live. But it is what it is. Now, there's obviously some good news with this patch. We'll get to that at the end. But let's keep going with new features. Ships and vehicles. New ships available. Anvil Carrack and the Anvil Carrack Expedition. We will talk about those in a sec. Features reinforced fuel tanks for longer duration flight and advanced jump drive. Cortec added initial long-term persistence, or LTP. So we have added early version of long-time persistence, allowing players purchase and USC earnings to persist between database wipes. I can tell you now that does work. I had friends who jumped into 3.8.2 when it went live, as soon as it went live, and everything was carried over. So at the moment, from what I can tell, it is working. Persistence, it is here. Which is really good news. And yeah, sort of one of the saving graces of this patches is that LTP. For now, we will persist FPI items purchases, ship components, ship purchases, and UEC earnings, while intending on minimizing the frequency of wipes and persistence as much as we can. Blah, 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 blah. Feature updates. Ships and vehicles updated the interior lighting for the Cutlass Red. They increased the light radius and density of the Cutlass Red searchlights, so obviously you can search for a wider area, and you can now interact with the medbay computer on the ships while standing next to it to save as your spawn location, so you don't need to lay into the bed to set as your spawn point anymore. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue that was causing VoIP to be turned on by default. Please note you have a previous user folder from 3.8. You will need to delete this, as it may still be set to VoIP enabled. So guys, delete your user folder. Just remember to copy your controllers folder. Fix the missing audio on the Cutlass Red medbay door. Fixed a possible click in the Cutlass Red thruster audio. Fixed the game-wide crackling audio caused by weapons fire report audio. Insurance claims should now consistently work without duplications. Bed logout should now work consistently and no longer cause an infinite load. Fixed various shield holes on the Aegis Saber. Fixed interaction text orientation on the side airlocks of the Cutlass Red. Fixed the missing weapon rack inside the Cutlass Red. Fixed multiple shopping kiosks issues that could result in the transaction going through, but the item may not be granted to the player, which was kind of a bummer when that happened, to say the least. Fixed the missing interior cockpit glass LODs on the Aegis Saber. Fixed the Cutlass Red interior text position on the medbay for female avatars. Find terminals should now show the correct UEC owed and no longer show -1 for the balance. Scan mineable rock markers should now correctly show on the edge of the screen while the minables are off screen. Claim jumper missions should now correctly show waypoints and spawn NPCs. Players should no longer randomly die and get off the tram at Raker Memorial in Area 18. Fix multiple lighting effects sometimes being caused by extensive bright on the vehicle loadout manager. Fix Copy Blast shop kiosks USE interaction points so they can now all be interacted with correctly. Fixed an issue with the ship 3D radar that did not appear as intended. Certain ship beds, the mole, should no longer cause an infinite loading screen on returning. Players should now be able to hack away more than one crime stat per crypto card. That's pretty cool. And rented ships should no longer appear as owned after filing insurance claim. They fixed 4 server crashes and 13 client crashes. Alright, so that's the patch notes part of the video done. Look, at the end of the day, like I say, I think it was rushed a little bit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Alright guys, so now we do have the Carrack. It is available in the game to play, and it is available also to purchase on the store. So we'll go through and we'll obviously show that off. We'll let you know the prices, thoughts and opinions, etc, etc. So with the Anvil Carrack, you do have the War Bond edition and the standard edition. War Bond is obviously fresh credits, right? Fresh money. Where obviously the standard or the dearer version is obviously using credits that you have from melting other ships and stuff like that. So War Bond is cheaper by almost $100. Well, it is actually $100. So if you do have fresh credits, it's obviously a very big thing to do. So obviously the Anvil Carrack edition War Bond is $525 or $625 if you use game credits, or melted credits, I should say. Or you can get the Anvil Carrack edition with the Pisces for $545 US for obviously for War Bond, or $645 for normal credits with using credits. Now there is also another edition which is obviously a darker skin, which is what you see here. This War Bond is $500 or $600 using game credits or melt credits, whatever you want to call it. $520 if you're using War Bond for the Pisces and the darker skin, and obviously the Anvil Carrack plus the Pisces using melt credits and stuff like that is $620. Now obviously with this, guys, do keep in mind that this does only have 6 months insurance, which to me is a bit of a deal breaker. It is over $525 and it does only have the 6 months insurance. There is a way around that and we will show you that in a sec. Apart from that, you get the Anvil Carrack, 6 months insurance, the hanger for the industrial, an Anvil hat, a manufacturer shirt, and a expedition plushie. Now, so you're probably wondering, how do you get it with LTI? And for anybody that doesn't know, we will show you that now. Right, so I've signed into my account, which is why the price is slightly different, because I am in Australia. Yeah, in Australia, we actually pay GST on things that we buy. So how do you get LTI with this? Right, so go to ship upgrades. Comes up with this. Pick a vehicle or existing ship that has LTI. So for example, my Ranger there, that has LTI on it. And then you simply go down here, and down here you have the Carrack with the Pisces, that's the dark skin, just the Carrack with just the dark skin, the Carrack Expedition with the white skin, and the one with the Pisces as well. So you go through, you do that, and then you go to add to cart. Now obviously, like I say, don't take too much notice of the prices. This is for Australia, GST, plus we've also got to use the currency conversion on this. So it's even dearer than it says there. Don't ask how much, it's ridiculous. But anyway, but yeah, all up, you're going to be looking at about, I think it was around 625, I think it was, plus the value of that's around 40. So you're going to be looking at around $570, $580 odd dollars for changeover, roughly ballpark figures, guessing sort of stuff, right? So it's still going to be roughly the same, but that will give you LTI on your Carrack. And for $600, I would want LTI on my ships. I'm sorry, I know I know people are going to be like, but LTI is not that important here. Sorry, I'm spending $600 on a ship. Well, I'm not, but if I was, I would want LTI on it. And that's what I would do. I would go through and CCU it from something that is already LTI. So, for example, a Ranger or whatever you may have that has LTI on it, and the LTI insurance will transfer over to the Carrack. It's how I do all my ships. My Star Runner that I brought last night was CCU'd from a T1, I think it was, over to a Star Runner. And to be honest, in game, it doesn't make any difference. Except it has LTI, which is top notch. But that's what I would do, guys. I would not just buy it on its own. I would CCU it, just because of the fact that I would want the LTI insurance on it. But guys, apart from that, yeah, look, as for price, and I know people are going to probably hate me saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. The Carrack, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth the $600. To be honest, look, you can do cargo runs in it at the moment, but you could buy a Caterpillar for that, and probably carry more. Obviously, when expiration comes in, it might be slightly different. Might be a slightly different situation then. But at the moment, I really don't think it's worth $600. But that said, I know people that love the Carrack. It's a ship that you love or you hate. To me, I brought a Star Runner last night for over $200. I think it was like 210, 220, whatever it was, off the grey market. I would much rather buy 2 or 3 of those. I really would. But that's me. Or buy a Star Runner and maybe a Caterpillar or something. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the Carrack? Do you think it's worth this? Are you sort of kicking yourself because it was cheaper when it first came out in concept? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, 3.8.2 has gone live. It is on the PU right now. We're moving along. But yeah, like I said, look, I did think it was rushed. But hey, I do understand because we have less than a month before the new PTU is coming up, theoretically. Well, it should be anyway. So they had to get it out sooner or later. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the 3.8.2, the Carrack, the price of the Carrack, everything in general. Just let me know what your thoughts are and we'll have a conversation below. Obviously, I will also be streaming on Twitch right after this has gone up. So obviously, link in the description below. Please feel free to come in and check me out and sit around and have a chat. It's a pretty chilled stream. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.